Burnaboy has canceled 2 shows on his US tour after receiving backlash from his fans. The whole controversy began in Colorado when he asked a fan to leave his show because she was sleeping in the front row.
So when I stand up here and I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me, this is me the fuck up, man. You understand? So please take her the fuck home. I'm not doing no more song until you take her home.
As you can see, the lights went off and everything until the couple actually left the arena and were escorted out by security. The fan shared her experience online after the incident. The fan commented this on one of the videos circulating online, and she essentially says that her daughter's father passed away and she's been drained. She went to a Burnaboy show to put a smile on her face, and if she fell asleep, she fell asleep. She still paid for the tickets. Burnaboy addressed the incident a little while after, and this is what he said. Pause and read here. Continues with this statement. Then we had these videos circulating of his Houston, Texas show where the arena was pretty empty. With all that said, he's canceled his Minneapolis show that was supposed to go on today and his show in Chicago that was scheduled for December 1st. I need to hear what you guys think. Do you think he handled the situation well? If you're falling asleep or tired, should you get out of the stadium? Should you not stay in the seats that you paid for?
So this Burnaboy situation, in case you don't know, recently, about a week and a half ago, Burnaboy was having a concert in Colorado, I believe. There was this woman and her boyfriend sitting in the front row, and I believe the woman was sleeping. Burnaboy stopped the show and said, yo, if she go on...
You can never be bigger than the program. You can never be bigger than your fans, because the fans are the ones that made you. I knew this was gonna happen because Burnaboy is always known to be, rude and coming off a bit arrogant and mean. And I mean, you came late, first of all, and you would have used that opportunity and called that lady on that stage and at least try to know what was wrong, that she was sleeping, and you could actually sing a song dedicating it to her because of her situation. She went there because the father of her daughter was bereaved and was dead, and she just wanted an escaped route. That was why she came to the concert. The fact that she paid the money to be there, she can sleep all she wants. The most important thing, she's there, and the fact that she's sleeping, to me, the music would be like a soothing sound to her. So I don't know why you would be so arrogant to the point of using the F word here and there and telling the organizers to see them out of the show, or else you're not going to perform, or you're not going to continue with the show. This is the typical or classical example of your pride will definitely bring you down. You think because you've made money now you are untouchable? You can run out of this money. I know a lot of your songs are being streamed here and there, you will still receive your royalties and all of those good stuff, right? But that doesn't give you the guarantee, or that doesn't give you the audacity to demean your fans. This is someone that was grieving, but she paid for it, took her time and went there, and you're being arrogant that she should just leave with her boyfriend. It doesn't even make sense, and this has to stop. Burnaboy, you are not the center of the world. You can be done away with, especially with the cancel culture. Cancel culture is the most woke thing that has happened to this generation. If you think you are untouchable, or if you think you are uncancelable, someone is gonna cancel you.
Be sleeping, y'all need to leave. I'm not moving forward with this show until both of y'all get out of here. Y'all should not be sleeping at my show. You feel me? That woman then took to the internet and talked about how she's been depressed because her baby father passed away, and how the whole show situation made her even more depressed, and it's been hard to cope, and she felt like Burnaboy could have asked her if she was okay or something, but instead he embarrassed her in front of thousands of people. Fast forward to this week, Burnaboy has started canceling some of his shows on the American leg of his tour, right? Now there's been videos over the last week or so since that incident took place of people recording the Burnaboy shows and showing that there's been a bunch of empty seats at these shows, this, that, and the third. And what happened after that whole incident was he was backstage on his bus or whatever, and they were recording him. They were on live, his friends, and he was saying that he don't want no broke fans showing up to his shows. And that caused a lot of uproar and ruckus of, calling your fans broke, essentially. Now we're in this weird situation where you're canceling tour dates, people are recording empty venues, this, that, and the third. And people are trying to correlate it to the whole situation of him kicking a girl out, calling your fans broke, and then now people aren't showing up to your shows. Now, I don't think that this is happening because of that one incident. You You feel me? I don't think that's the case at all. While I do believe both of these things are bad PR, I just don't think that this was the time to put an American leg of the tour in for Burna Boy. Burna Boy is an international artist based in Nigeria, Lagos, right? Burna Boy had a really big hit with Last, which is what, 4 or 5 years ago. And then he had some other moments. I think that City Boy song, or is it Big City, came out in 2023. But like since then, he didn't really have a lot of shit that made noise or made big splashes here in the States. And then he dropped his project earlier this year, but again, none of those songs really made big splashes here in the States. I don't think it really made sense for him to come back and try to do arenas here in the States. Because and Burna Boy is far from a one-hit wonder. He has hits. He was just featured on Gunna's WGFT. That song was doing numbers, doing big. I liked his verse on that track. But for international artists to do arenas here, you have to have like big splashes or big moments or a big core fan base here. And I don't think he necessarily has that. I think he has a big fan base here, but not like arena tour level. You feel me? Especially with the core of his fan base being a minority here in the States anyway. You feel me? Like, there's a big Latin population here in the States. So, like, Bad Bunny can come here at any point and do stadiums because he's the biggest global Latin superstar right now. You feel me? Or K-pop as well. There's a big Asian population. K-pop groups can come here. You feel me? But for, like, that Nigerian audience, it's a little bit smaller. And then, like, your casual, like, black fans love Burna Boy, but are they spending money to buy tickets? You know, this, that, and the third. That's what I would think about if I'm working at Live Nation or whatever label he signed to. I don't think it really made sense. And then it's bad PR when you start talking about broke fans. This ain't the time or the place for you to be calling people broke, bro. You feel me? That's my view on it. You feel me? He spoke his truth. The girl gave her side of it. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all laughing at Burna Boy now that he's not able to sell as many tickets and he's canceling some shows? Let me know in the comments, man. Till next time, I'm out of here. You shit, man.
Burna Boy has begun canceling tour dates due to low ticket sales here in the US. I saw this being rumored and I went and looked it up myself. And so I saw on Ticketmaster that his date tomorrow in Minneapolis has been canceled. And then I think this weekend in Chicago has also been canceled due to low ticket sales. It was rumored that Atlanta and DC were going to be canceled as well. So I went and looked up, DC to see what the seats were looking like. And I'm going to show y'all. This is the availability of seats left for DC, which is surprising because DC, the DMV area, there is a lot of West Africans there. But his tickets are not selling. This does not need to be an arena tour. He needs to go to a smaller venue. But I don't think he's humble. I think he's way too arrogant. And, he's going to end up canceling more tour dates. Like I said in my previous video, where I was talking about, the videos from the Houston tour date where, it looked empty. Like, yes, people were there, but this did not need to be an arena or a concert in an arena. There were so many empty seats. People are over him. I do think he tours a lot. People in the comments said that he always shows up mad late. And then he's just been very disrespectful towards fans. He kicked the fan out for sleeping. He said that he doesn't want poor people buying his tickets. The incident with the married woman who rejected him because he was married. And so he assaulted her husband. He's just very arrogant. He thinks that, his stuff does not stink and that, he can do whatever he wants. And now he's finding out, yes, you can do whatever you want, but we can also, and we cannot support you. We cannot support you. And you're going to have to cancel more tour dates or you're going to have to go to smaller venues. And again, like I said in my last video, sometimes when, you really like an artist and they're actually a good person, you feel bad when, their tickets aren't selling. But for you, it's kind of a key.
They're canceling Burna Boy for real. They're canceling Burna Boy for real. It's been, 4 or 5 concerts he's had to cancel because of low ticket sales? When you have bad character, people will finally stand up to you. I've been knowing Burna Boy had bad character for a minute now because I've been a fan of his since undergrad. But baby, does he finally see it now? Will he finally say sorry now?
Burna Boy reportedly cancels 5 arena dates from his No Sign of Weakness tour. And these cities are Boston, Washington, D.C., Belmont Park, New York, Atlanta, and Orlando. And according to reports, it was stated that he cancelled those cities because of low turnout in ticket. Like, he did not sell out, and there's nothing he can do. Like, it's not even enough for him to come to that show. Again, they said it's because that people did not purchase tickets because he refused to apologize to the lady that he walked out of his concert because of sleep, because the lady was sleeping. You all know that story. And if you recall, you'd remember that Americans has said that if Burnaboy does not apologize to the lady or apologize to them for the way he treats his fans, that they are not going to come out for his tour or shows anymore. And I don't think Burnaboy took that seriously. And looking at how things are turning up or are turning out, you'd realize that actually these people are carrying out them. And I think it is high time Burnaboy apologizes to his fans, you know, and get this over and done with, because it's not good. Of course, this is the season now that artists, you know, go to countries to perform and get paid, you know, from the money that is purchased from tickets. Now imagine that a lot of people did not buy tickets. How do you want to pay your team? How do you want to pay your management? How do you want to pay the people that you went on this tour with? How do you want to pay? You can't keep canceling and canceling and canceling. So I think he should take it serious now, because canceling 5 arenas, bro, is it not too much? 5 arena dates is too much actually, and all of these dates are supposed to take place from the first week of December, and now he has cancelled it.
I thought you guys said Burnaboy can't be cancelled. I thought you guys said it can't happen. I'm checking the weather. Seems like cancer to me. Yo! Your fans, the ones that said he wasn't cancelled, y'all didn't buy enough tickets. You should have bought enough tickets to shut us up. Us haters, us Lambo haters, us shower people, us shower girls. You should have bought tickets. Yo, Dogu needs you.
So Burnaboy has moved from this to this to this.
So please take that photo. Fast now. Take her home, take her home, take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more song until you take her home, bro. Real life. Alright, take her the fucking piss, bro. Bro, hurry up, man. Wallahi, I'm not doing another song till you go home. Wallahi.
And it goes on and on and on and on. Recently, the one that pained me the most was when he came outside to say that he doesn't need broke fans. Of course, this happened after the incident in Denver when he asked the fan to leave with her boyfriend for sleeping at his concert. I'm a Burnaboy fan. I'm also an outsider, and I have to tell Burnaboy that he is doing something that he's going to regret in the long run. Of course, we have seen the transition over time of where people have said and called him different things, called him rude, and he's actually proving them right. And what I'm about to ask myself, and always ask myself, is that doesn't Burnaboy have anybody who actually talks to him? Is it that they talk or he doesn't listen? And I can say for certain that this is why the general public still believes that Wizkid is the legend and the king of Afrobeats, despite all the effort that Burnaboy has put into the Nigerian music industry. We have seen different times where Burnaboy delivered time and time again with his albums, from Outside to African Giant to Twice as Tall to No Sign of Weakness, Love Damini. I Told Them album, and so on and so forth. Delivered concrete, solid music. Burnaboy doesn't drop any album that's less than 15 tracks. And of course, you know that more than 90% of the songs are going to be exceptional. He has put in the work in touring. He has collected Grammy for himself, also representing Africa, knighting himself the African giants. But one thing Burnaboy failed to understand is that the power lies in the hands of the people. If the people don't say that you are it, if they don't say that you are the giant of Afrobeat, if they don't say that you are their number one, there is nothing you can do. Of course, Machala was given to Wizkid by people, and Odogu was given to you by yourself. I like your confidence, mad one. I like it. I even have that charisma, but you need to understand that this is a game of numbers, my brother. And when you come outside and diminish even your fans who are listening on probably Audio Mac, or who are even downloading your song, which are the real fans, and you're calling them broke, knowing that your country is having an existential crisis, financial crisis, and economic crisis, and then you're hurting their feelings. You're forcing people to switch lanes based on emotion. And for people like us, we might not really have a problem with it, because we like good music and we don't really care the vessel through which it comes. But there are some people definitely that are going to not be your fans. And from what you're saying, you're comfortable with it. But I promise you, you can be using the money now to be buying Lambo, but at some point you won't really get the fulfillment that Wizkid and David are getting just because of character. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about Burna Boy's character all through the years, for the past 6 years now that he has been in the limelight. Have you been satisfied with it, or are you displeased by it?
Yeah, he need to relax. Clearly, folks are not taking it lightly. We're seeing the domino effect. He just had a show in Houston, Texas. That Houston show, when I tell y'all, that show was so empty. He didn't even use the top nosebleed area. But even in that, it was still practically empty. Mind you, the stage on the floor took up 3/4 of the floor area, and it was still practically empty. People are not taking this lightly. One of my homeboys was reselling a ticket at the last minute, a good seat, for $30. $30? If you would have sold a Burna Boy ticket 4 years ago for $30, folks would real life have a sparring match over them tickets. Nobody bought them $30 tickets. Mind you, in Houston, along with Atlanta and the DMV, is among the top places that's always messed with Burna Boy. But folks are not taking this situation lightly, bro. It's like we're literally seeing the fall of a African giant, no pun intended. It seems like a pattern of things always happening with Burna. You got him kicking the fan out, then him doubling down on it, saying he doesn't make music for broke fans, disrespecting folks' religions, which is never a smart play. That one situation of the husband and the wife and insecurity, I'm not even gonna get into that one. What I'm saying is, no artist is invincible, bro. Start showing trace that you're low-key not the best person that we thought you were. Folks will real life show you that they don't rock with that. Again, that Houston show was so empty, mama. It's not looking good.
Just like I said, you can never be bigger than the program. You can never be bigger than your fans, because the fans that you look down on are the ones that made you. And the fact that you went into the locker room and was still saying they are too poor for you anyway. You don't like poor fans, you want rich fans, right? And now your shows, or would I say your tour, has been cancelled in the US. In Houston, Texas, the turn up was so low and they had to like cancel Minneapolis and Chicago shows. Like, it's costing you money, and now that you're losing money, probably is gonna make you be a little bit humble, because I don't think why you think you can get away with it in Nigeria. Although in Nigeria you are cancelled too, especially one of your shows where you booted one of your fans off the stage in a very brutal way, you know. So I guess this will be like a learning lesson for you, and I guess you'll do better to treat your fans right, because this cancel culture, sometimes you cannot come back from it. Once you're cancelled, you're cancelled. I know you would say you still have money, you still have your royalties coming in, but even with that, you just need to be careful in the future. And especially if you want to apologize, you need to mean it. You need to show accountability in a genuine way. Don't be still going so proud and being, you know, aloof, as if you are, you know, untouchable, or you don't even give a damn. Because out of it, I feel you were coerced to even apologize. It's not from the depths of your heart. So I hope and I pray you will take 1 or 2 lessons from this, you know. So guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome on board. If you enjoy content like this, kindly hit on the subscribe button, hit on the like button, hit on the notification bell in order not to miss any of my videos. See you in the next one. Have a blessed day.